So that's why I don't know, like you'll ask, if you've noticed, you'll ask somebody who works in PR what they do, they'll give you one answer. You ask somebody else who works in PR the same question, they give you a separate answer. And I think it's because there's so many things that fall underneath it, right? So when you are, let's say, like you are working on a launch, right? And you're working on messaging and you're working on narrative and you have media relations, you're managing public perception of how you want people to receive like that launch or that whatever it is that you're working on. Let's say you're working with an individual or, in my case, I work with a lot of social impact organizations. And a lot of my work is in communications, is in like messaging and narrative development. What is the story that we're telling? How are we telling it? And for me, that looks like media relations, that looks like experiential, right? Like, so producing the stories, creating moments. And so it really is, I think, the managing of public perception, but that takes on many different forms.
Who are some of your clients?
Yes, I work with education leaders of color. I've worked with Black Male Educators Convening, Summer House, so a lot of these organizations that are in social impact but in ed reform. But I've also worked with Samsung. I've also worked with WeWork. I've worked with GoPuff.
So it's mostly companies, not individuals?
Mostly companies. I used to do work with individuals, but I found that the work for me, I was more invested in organizations. I was more invested in nonprofits and brands just because I felt like I was able to get more reach that way.